previously on Stay in Your Lane.
Yeah, I think we're at a flexion point. I think it is coming. Whether it's right now or soon to be coming, it's somewhere close. It's funny. If I look back at 2023, that should be the bottom for the trucking industry, right? It was a tough year. I got some things right. I got a few things. My timing was a little off, and one of those is impacting the timing now, and that's how many fleets are going out of business, and at the timing of that. And honestly, I would have thought it would have happened a little faster, but it is happening. It's a hard message for me to deliver because it's people's livelihoods, their jobs, their businesses. I take zero pleasure in that. But in a market economy where we had too much supply and too little demand, that's what has to happen. And I think it's transpiring right now. When exactly we flip to the other side, we probably still have a little bit of time before that happens. But I do think that the trends are setting up that we'll get there in the not too distant future.
To your point, I've spoken to other economists and other people, and I think everyone expected it last third to fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And from their timelines, they were expecting it last third to fourth quarter, and it didn't really hit. We didn't see it all at once. We had a rough October, I think, with attrition. And a lot of people leaving the market in October. But I think, a lot hung in there longer than what a lot of people expected. And now it's getting more and more difficult.
It very well could. Plus, what's going on in the Red Sea. But you also have the Panama Canal issue, right? I mean, there's some interesting things going on. So, we'll have to, I don't have all the answers for that, but it's certainly stuff we follow. Again, North American trade, and most of that is truck, is going to remain good. Mexico's now our largest trading partner. Canada is just about to surpass China. So that's where a lot of growth has been. Of course, then the other thing we got going on, and nothing to worry about this year, but in the USMCA, they have to essentially renegotiate that again. That's not an easy thing, right? And it depends on that. It then becomes presidential politics and that sort of thing. Again, that's a couple years down the road, but
it's looming.
It is.
Absolutely.
It is.
Wow. Bob, I don't know what to say other than thanks for making time for us. As always, we appreciate you. Favorite thing about the conference? Share it with everyone.
Oh, it's just one single place you can come and talk to all these people, both on the carrier side and the shipper side. It's really, there's a reason why I keep coming back. We think, because ATA's actually got a meeting going on right now that I probably should be there speaking, but I came here. I got somebody to cover that for me, but because it's a great place to talk to everybody.
Yeah, you get a feel.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of your members are here, right?
Absolutely.
At this conference.
I mean, that's how it all started. My carrier members started coming to me going, can you speak at this thing, right? And that was, as you said earlier, like 20 years ago.
Exactly.
Pretty crazy.
Now, here's some trivia for you before we let you go. What was the Food Shippers of America when Joe started? When Joe came, what was it? What did it start as, Joe?
What was the original name?
What was the original name?
I don't know.
The Canned Goods Shipping Conference.
Oh, wow.
Back in the 50s. That might get you may win a bar bet with that. That's about it.
We had Rebecca yesterday. She was wonderful.
Good. Yeah, she does a nice job.
She's sweet as can be. You just can't help but love her. She's terrific.
She does a really nice job. Atri does good work.
Yes.
Miss Bottleneck, right?
Becky Bottleneck.
Yeah.
Becky Bottleneck.
Bottleneck Becky. Yeah.
Yes.
She got that nickname about 10, 15 years ago. It was pretty funny.
That one stuck.
That stuck.
Yes, that one's going nowhere.
Yeah.
And she wears it well.
Oh, of course.
That's the best part.
Yeah. And it's interesting that stuff is that, I mean, it's very helpful to see that sort of thing. You know, and one of the things we didn't really talk about is we've had some really nice infrastructure spending over the last couple of years. I will tell you, one sector didn't really impact this group here, but one sector that did do decently last year was flatbed. Because of that, plus we had some building a factory activity around sort of this nearshoring, reshoring stuff. Now I think that'll slow down a little bit this year, but yeah, and so getting that sort of data helps with where do we need to spend our infrastructure money. There's more truck parking, and we're getting there, but that's very important too.
I think we're getting the truck parking. I think the message has been heard.
It has.
It's just how long from when the message is heard to when there's relief. It's like construction. You say, okay, here's the bottleneck. We're going to appropriate money to it. Then we're going to hire engineers to go to it, and then we're going to look at it from all different angles. And then we're actually going to break ground, and we're going to make it way worse for everybody to contend with and fight over and argue about. And then when it's all done.
Yeah. Secretary Buttigieg has been all over this. He is, this is sort of one of his pet projects. Like he knows this has to be done.
Very good. Well,
do you call him Secretary Pete or?
Just Mr. Secretary.
Mr. Secretary, okay.
All right. Well, Bob, we appreciate the time, as always. Bob Costello, American Trucking Association. I would say the E.F. Hutton of our industry. For those of you that are old enough to remember E.F. Hutton, I might have dated myself there with that one, but we appreciate you very much. And until next time, stay in your lane.